Hello guys, this is Sniper Elite V2, Sniper Elite difficulty, Walkthrough. This is St. Olibartus Church, I believe that's how you pronounce it. It's the church level, you'll know which one it is from the title. This has to be the hardest walkthrough to name the actual missions in, because obviously a lot of them are German, and I don't speak German, nor am I a native speaker of the language at all, so if that wasn't obvious enough. But this is quite a tricky level, but there's only a few tricky moments. In fact, the very start of this mission is probably its hardest moment. I think once you're in the church, this mission's quite simple. I did die a few times on this one, truth be told. So it can happen. Be careful of that cheeky sniper there. Now, one of the interesting things about this game is, on this difficulty, sniper's alertness is clearly tuned right up to the max. Kind of broken in some ways, because even though he's seen us and shooting at us, nobody else is bothered. So you want to take the sniper out when the sound cover's there, so nobody else will hear that even though he's been shooting at you. It's a weird mechanic that the game does, but it's just something you got to live with. But as you can see, no one else is bothered by that, even though there's been like a big, firefight just going on. And I'm not sure about that moment. They just seem to spot me. But the guy that needs to go, obviously, is the sniper up there. As you can see, I'm in quite a tricky spot here. This is not good cover. For some reason, it doesn't seem to fully shield you. I don't know whether the Germans can shoot through the holes in that wood there. I don't know whether that's why they're hitting me, but it isn't very good cover, this. But this is why I like to use the tank, because you can get an angle on these guys. And what you can do is you can take these guys out without taking the sniper out first. Just thin the numbers out a bit. Because there's nothing worse in a game like this when you're trying to take out the sniper, but, foot soldiers are peppering you with the MP40s, and there's just nothing you can really do about it. But yeah, just explore that third person cover trick as always. Routine stuff, really. You're going to see some absolutely terrible sniping in this this one, I think, because I try and take out these tanks, and I don't know what it is with the German tanks. I just, can't seem to hit them at all. I think it's to do with the height, with where the game puts the fuel capsule that you need to shoot. It just makes it a lot more challenging than the Russian tanks, where it's just kind of flat. But yeah, just follow the video, you should be absolutely fine, guys. And the game is all done, and here we go, this is some poor sniping. Like, I just can't do this stuff at range. It's what makes the Hitler mission an absolute pain for me on this difficulty. But I think I probably end up ignoring this tank, because he can move about, so you do need to take him out sooner rather than later, but for now, I think we should be okay. But there's no checkpoint there, guys, I don't believe, so you got to do about, what, 3 minutes of gameplay there? But just take it slow, you should be fine. But as I said, I've done this game now on Sniper Elite, and it went pretty smooth. The hardest level was the hardest level, which I expected. The last level gave me absolutely no trouble at all. I'm glad to say I got it in one take. And I've got a friend actually gave me a really good strategy for that, so I will credit him when we get there. But without him, I don't think I'd have done it quite as smoothly. But he showed me a strategy to make that last level an absolute doddle, compared to the hell that I had when I recently did it on PS3. But we're coming up to a crossfade, because I did die here, but as I say, you go in that room and it is a checkpoint. And I tried to do things stealthy, and this is not a mission that I think really invites much stealth. As you can see, the checkpoint put me somewhere else. I couldn't transition that as effectively as I wanted. I had to use the crossfade, which I don't like you doing, because it's quite obvious, but I couldn't get the footage to line up. But yeah, I'm going to try and take these guys down stealthy, and it doesn't work. I think the problem is these two are right next to each other, covering each other. I think one of them will move, but I found it's generally not worth, so just get the MP40 out or whatever. But this, oh, love the ragdoll physics there. But this is a mission, it's probably a mission not even worth taking the well rod. I dare say, I would say take a Luger or a Colt. The Colt definitely has a lot of power. I don't think taking the well rod will serve you much good, because you just can't really stealth this mission, it's not meant for that. And that's made kind of obvious with the ending it has. But I'm having some trouble hitting him, but I'm not sure what I saw, but I saw something and I managed to get him. But this mission's a notable one because we're going to get a new sniper again. We're going to get the Gewehr 43, which is my preferred gun to use in this game because I'm not a very good shot, so I like having the option for a second shot. But one of the things to know with the Gewehr 43, you have to adjust for wind and gravity just that little bit more. But look at these shots. Oh, it's painful to watch. But hopefully it gives you some confidence that if I'm that bad and I can still do this game with not too much trouble, you should be fine. It's funny watching this game right back because it's been a while since I did this, actually played this now. And I've just been playing Gears of War 1 last night, and it's like, oh, it just looks, it's so much like rougher. But as I say, it's not even a great game, but it has so much charm that I let this game off a lot of the time. But yeah, of course, Gears of War has, you know, perfected this cover-based shooting, so it's probably a good job I played them in this order. That's a glorious moment there. I really like that in games when if an enemy's going to throw a grenade and you shoot them and they drop it and it takes them out. It's something that Uncharted, I know Uncharted for doing it because Uncharted's done that since the first one. It's a really cool mechanic. Sometimes it's worth trying to get baiting an enemy to like get the grenade ready so you can take him out. Try and get some multi-kills. But interestingly enough, these guys aren't alerted to my presence, so this gives me an opportunity to try and do this sneaky. Because I'm not sure how the AI works, it can be very buggy at times. But if you're wondering on my platinum progress, I'm very nearly there, guys. I've got 3 trophies now to go. I've done 4 of the DLC trophies. I've done 2 on the Landwehr Canal and Nurendorf Outpost, which were pretty easy, the pair of them. Or the 4 trophies, 2 for each mission. So I've just got 2 to go now on the St. Pierre one, which are the hardest trophies in the game. The most rare, I think. So nobody said it would be easy, did they? So it's fair enough. But yeah, this guy's awkward to hit, so I throw a grenade in there. Get a nice 2 for 1 kill. But yeah, I've got to get to the church and take everyone out sneakily. And my friend has done it now, and he sent me this big forum post on Reddit with like all the detail of the guards' positions. I might try and do it blind because I'm cocky like that. And then when it doesn't work, I'll revert to a guide or something. Because I like to think I can try and do it, give it a bash for myself before resorting to a guide. But yeah, if you're wondering what I'm checking, because there's normally a guy in that gun, and then the sniper starts hitting me in the back, so I run in this building. Unfortunately, I do die right there, but it saved me the checkpoint with the guards not knowing where I am, so throw a grenade in that room, because I think there's 3 of them. Yeah, there you go, there's 3 of them in there. You can go through that building sneaky, but I say, there's chances that you've run into there, alerted everyone and get killed, but don't worry, there is a checkpoint. As long as you're not going for a no deaths run, you should be fine. But yeah, it's very messy, this section, I have to say. It was awkward, quite a few deaths in it. But the mission after this one I'm really looking forward to covering, because that's probably my favourite mission in the game. That's the Tiergarten Flak Tower. Again, I've probably butchered the pronunciation up big time, but that's going to happen all the way through. Of course, we've talking about some other stuff that isn't Sniper Elite, because this is just standard, you know, third-person cover stuff. Use the trick, as always, aiming from behind cover. Use your sniper if you want, it's probably more powerful. In fact, it's not probably, it is more powerful. But the PS5 conference is... what day is it to? It's June 9th today, isn't it? So June 11th, in 2 days, we're getting the PS5 conference, and I can't wait to... well, I say I can't wait, I know I'm going to be very disappointed. I know it's probably going to be a load of crap, and I'm probably going to hate and rant about a lot of it, but I am excited to see what games they're peddling out. I discussed this on the Evil Within thing, my Nightmare playthrough. It'd be really cool if we got the Evil Within 3 and Sniper Elite 5 both being shown, but we won't. That won't happen, but the Evil Within 3 might get shown, that would be pretty cool. I just hope we see some new stuff. I don't want it to be God of War 2, Spider-Man 2, Horizon Zero Dawn 2. I think that it could be the most boring presentation you've ever seen. Needs to be some new interesting stuff. I know it is going to be those games because those games were unfortunately popular because I just don't agree with consumers, it seems, these days. But into the church go, that's a checkpoint. There is a death there, that's why it kind of jumped a bit. I'm really unhappy with all these deaths. I didn't manage to line... Just the checkpoints never seem to put me in a good spot for me to line up the footage, unfortunately, so it is a bit janky when I do die. But this is cheeky, because there's a few snipers in here. And this gives me massive Uncharted 1 vibes. Because there's a church with the layout very similar to this in Uncharted 1, with like snipers on the balconies like that. And that's a funny moment where the block is like stopping, not block, just that wood, that pole of wood is like stopping me getting through. But just exploit the AI, because they always like to charge you. Because the enemy's advantage here is charging you. But if you know the third person cover trick, which you should do now if you've been watching any of these, you'll make light work of it. I recommend you put some trip mines and landmines around this area and near the doors, because enemies are going to come in here later. It's going to make life a lot easier. If you put a bit of dynamite for some residual splash damage. And I think I put a trip mine near the altar. No, I don't. I'm going to put it by this stairwell. Well, I'm not, in fact. I don't know where I'm going to put it. I should put it here. Yeah, I thought I would. But just be warned, these trip mines don't seem to work on... There seems to be an initial spawn that spawn up here when you're coming back down on this top floor. So I don't think putting trip mines works here. Maybe you could put them further back. But just be aware of that, because it's pretty cheeky from Rebellion there. As I get stuck on the wonderful clipping. But we are coming up to getting the Gavur 43, which is my preferred sniper. As I say, guys, go with the sniper you're comfortable with. If you're already rocking a comfortable one, just pick the Gavur up and then get rid of it again. But just help the tower. But let me know, what games do you want to see at this PS5 thing? I don't know. I just feel like I'm going to be disappointed either way. But here we go. Gavur 43. Immediately hit the deck there, because the sniper is going to be taking pot shots, and take this guy out immediately, because he's not going to mess about. And now we have quite a simple game objective. It is literally survive the German attack 3 times at 3 different positions. It's essentially just a firing range for you to test the Gavur. Get used to it. Get used to the feel of the gun. I say, guys, I can't help you with the aiming, because all I can say is you just got to practice with it, get a feel for it, and that's it. I can't really give you a guide on how to be a better shot. It's not really possible. I can give you some pointers, but it's nothing you won't already know. And as I've shown you guys, you don't have to be a great shot to do this game on Sniper Elite difficulty, because I've done it. And I by no means are a great shot. I'll say one thing for this game definitely got me to do a bit of sniping in Call of Duty back in the day. Like, I got quite a thing for trying to do snipers, and I just discovered I wasn't very good at it. I think, you know, it was like Black Ops when there was that like L96A1. That was like the much better sniper, but I was running around with the PSG because I just wasn't very good at one-shotting and bolt actions. Yes, that was my phone. Big Doyle on that I am. Of course, that was the same with like Modern Warfare 2, wasn't it? Although I can't remember what... I remember the intervention... Oh, it's the Barrett 50 cal, wasn't it? But I did most of my sniping on Black Ops 1. Modern Warfare 3 was, well, every gun in that was just... It was the intervention in that. No, it wasn't the intervention. It was like a bolt action, I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, there was a death, guys, because there's going to be a guy to you who, when you drop down the stairs, there'll be a guy. Make sure you take him out. And then do the second German attack. He's a really cheeky spawn. It's not one I agree with personally. But just carry on sniping. There's really nothing I can say that'll help you here. One thing to note is the AI is obsessed with going on the turrets. So use that to your advantage. They will be going for that rather than shooting you. Like this guy, he doesn't know what he wants to do, to be fair. I remember incapacitations. Finally got that word right. I always like to leave them on the bit, because sometimes you can draw someone out trying to help them. classic, you know, sniper wolf tactics from MGS1 that. As that guy needs a trip to the dentist after that one. But as you can see, he's bothered about helping his mate, and that gives you an easy kill there. But as you can see, that guy, he went all the way out of cover just to get on the gun, so that's very helpful. And that should be that section done, although there must be one cheeky guy. This can happen sometimes, but as I say, they'll always come out. I've never had like an incident where I couldn't find the last person. But that's 2 out of 3. And I believe the third one is the hardest one, purely because they throw a tank in there, but there it is. But just make sure you take the tank out. Don't be embarrassed by how many shots you use it, because mine's horrific. I'm sure. I might get this one. Come on, get it first time. No. It's so hard to line up, I hate it. Oh god. You can tell when I get angry because like I'll spend ages lining up the first shot. And then after I miss 2 or 3, I'll just start firing like a madman because I'm just angry and waste the entire like clip. There we go. That took a few, didn't it? But once you've done that, it's a very easy section. Just don't do what I'm doing there. There's no point doing hip fire. I'm just trying to test it really. At this range, it's not worth it. Just snipe them normally. You'll be absolutely fine. Just don't die once you've done that. Never be overzealous. If you feel yourself getting tagged, just get down. Get your health back. You know, you don't need medical kits like Sniper Elite 3 or 4. You're fine. Oh, and look at that. That's beautiful. Totally intentional, that one. Get your bullet cams, marvel at their greatness. And I think that's this section done. So you're going to get rushed by a few guys here, so I throw a grenade, but you can get behind these boxes and take them out that way. Another cheeky spawn, where my trip mine just seemed to do nothing. But now all we got to do is escape the church, so I'm going to throw a grenade down here. I don't know if it does all. Oh, I'm not, in fact, no I'm not. So 2 guys are just standing by the altar. I don't know if they always do that, or if that's how they spawned like that. It's not. I'm not entirely certain on the spawns on this game because they are weird at times, but for some reason they weren't actually bothered that the mates got murdered, so that made life easier. But just remember, as soon as you do that third German attack, you do get a checkpoint. The checkpoints are very fair here, so don't be afraid to experiment, but all you got to do is get out of the church. But yeah, is my trip mine even there? Yeah, it is. I just subbed out, sort of thing. Now I find that they usually congregate on the right here, so I chuck a grenade. I don't think it does all. I guess 1. And I'm hoping they'll rush me, but they don't. They can be a bit cheeky there, but you get a checkpoint. It's very fair. All you could just run it, to be fair, like we did at the Mittelwerk facility. I feel like my German pronunciations are getting better. But yeah, I just take it easy, a few back and forths when it's not really necessary. I don't think I've realised I've just got a checkpoint, but there's not too many. What's that, maybe 6 or 7 enemies? And then just run for the other church guys and you've done it. That's another mission down. And you're getting closer to that Sniper Elite trophy. But thank you very much for watching, guys. And I'll see you for the next mission, which is my favourite. Thanks for watching as always.